If you hear breathing under the bed, pretend you're asleep. The first night Daniel heard the breathing, he thought it was his dog. Slow, heavy, somewhere beside the bed. He opened his eyes slightly and stared into the darkness of his apartment. Nothing moved. The digital clock beside him read 2:13 a.m. The breathing stopped. Daniel waited a few seconds longer before leaning over the edge of the mattress. The floor beneath the bed was empty. Just darkness. He almost laughed at himself. Then he remembered something. His dog had died 3 months earlier. Daniel didn't sleep much after that. The next morning he blamed exhaustion. Stress. Late work hours. Too much caffeine. Anything except what he thought he heard. By evening, the apartment felt normal again. Small kitchen. Dim hallway. Television humming quietly in the corner. Nothing unusual. But when Daniel climbed into bed that night, he noticed something strange immediately. The closet door was open. Only slightly. He frowned. He always kept it closed. Daniel walked across the room and shut it firmly before getting back into bed. At 2:13 a.m., the breathing returned. This time it was louder. Not beside the bed, under it. Daniel froze instantly. Slow inhale, slow exhale. Something breathing directly beneath him. The sound was too deep to belong to a person, and too steady to belong to an animal. Daniel stared at the ceiling without moving. Then something brushed softly against the underside of the mattress. A long scraping sound. As though something underneath the bed had shifted position, Daniel slowly reached toward the lamp beside him. The breathing stopped immediately. Silence filled the room. His hand hovered above the switch. Then his phone vibrated violently on the nightstand. Daniel nearly jumped. Unknown number. A text message appeared on the screen. "Do not look under the bed." Daniel stared at it. Another message appeared immediately. "Pretend you're asleep." His throat tightened. Then came the breathing again. Closer now. Directly beneath his chest. Daniel slowly set the phone back down without replying. The breathing continued for nearly 20 minutes, then stopped at exactly 2:34 a.m. The next morning, Daniel searched his entire apartment. Closet, bathroom, kitchen, windows, nothing. No sign anyone had entered. No sign anything had been there. But beneath the bed, he noticed faint scratch marks on the wooden floorboards, long parallel lines. Like something heavy had dragged itself slowly across the floor. Daniel called his friend Marcus that afternoon. Marcus laughed after hearing the story. "You're sleep deprived." "I got text messages." "From who?" "I don't know." Marcus shrugged. "Probably someone screwing with you." Daniel showed him the messages. Marcus frowned slightly. Both texts had disappeared. Only blank space remained in the conversation history. That night, Marcus insisted on staying over. "Let's settle this." By midnight, both of them were sitting in Daniel's bedroom with the television on low volume. The apartment felt smaller than usual somehow. Too quiet between sounds. Marcus eventually rolled his eyes. See? Nothing. The clock changed to 2:13 a.m., and immediately, the breathing started. Both men froze. Slow inhale, slow exhale. Directly beneath the bed, Marcus slowly looked down toward the floor. Daniel grabbed his arm immediately. "Don't." The breathing continued, steady, patient. Marcus whispered, "What the hell is that?" Then something underneath the bed knocked once against the wooden frame. 3 slow taps. Knock, knock, knock. Marcus stood up instantly. Nope. He grabbed the baseball bat near the closet. Daniel shook his head violently. "Don't look under there." Marcus moved closer to the bed anyway. The breathing stopped. Silence. Marcus crouched slightly. Then Daniel's phone vibrated again. Unknown number. If he looks at it, it will learn him. Marcus stared at the screen. What does that mean? Another message appeared. Keep him awake. The closet door creaked open slowly behind them. Both men turned immediately. Darkness filled the closet interior. Then a voice whispered softly from inside it. "Daniel." Marcus tightened his grip on the bat. "Was that you?" Daniel slowly shook his head. The voice came again, this time sounding exactly like Daniel's mother. Dead for 6 years. "Danny, look under the bed." Marcus stepped backward. "What the hell?" Then the breathing moved. Not under the bed anymore. Inside the walls. Slow movement scraping through the apartment around them. The ceiling creaked overhead. The breathing returned above them now. Marcus whispered, "It's moving." Then every light in the apartment shut off. The television died. The room disappeared into darkness. Only Daniel's phone screen still glowed faintly. Another text appeared. Do not fall asleep. The breathing suddenly returned beneath the bed again, violently this time, fast, excited. Something slammed once against the underside of the mattress hard enough to lift the bed slightly. Marcus stumbled backward. We need to leave. Daniel grabbed his jacket immediately, but the apartment door wouldn't open. The deadbolt spun uselessly in place. Then came another text. I doesn't like when people leave early. The breathing became louder. Wet now. As though multiple lungs were inhaling together beneath the bed, Marcus backed toward the hallway, then froze. Daniel looked toward him. Marcus was staring at the bedroom floor. At the narrow darkness beneath the bed frame, his expression slowly changed. Not fear. Recognition, like he was listening to something. Daniel whispered, Marcus? Marcus didn't answer. Very slowly, he knelt beside the bed. Daniel's stomach dropped. Marcus. Marcus tilted his head slightly, then whispered, It knows my name. The breathing stopped completely. Silence filled the apartment. Marcus slowly smiled, and before Daniel could stop him, Marcus looked underneath the bed. The room changed instantly. Every wall in the apartment groaned violently. The closet door slammed shut. The lights exploded back on, and Marcus screamed. Not loudly. Briefly, like the sound had been cut off halfway through. Then silence. Marcus was gone. The bat remained on the floor beside the bed. Nothing else. Daniel stumbled backward against the wall. His phone vibrated again. Too late for him. Daniel could barely breathe now. His hands shook violently. What are you? For the first time, the unknown number replied immediately. We are asleep most of the time. The breathing returned beneath the bed. Slow again. Calm again. Then another message appeared. You should sleep now. The bedroom closet slowly creaked open. Inside the darkness, something shifted. Not a shape. Not a creature. Just movement that didn't seem possible to look at directly. Daniel backed toward the bedroom door. Then froze. Because the apartment hallway beyond his room was gone, only darkness remained outside. His phone vibrated once more. It is inside the apartment now. The breathing beneath the bed stopped again. Then Daniel heard something much worse. Breathing beside him. Right next to his ear. Daniel shut his eyes immediately. Pretend you're asleep. The original message repeated in his mind. He slowly climbed back onto the bed, pulled the blanket over himself, and closed his eyes. The breathing moved around the room for hours. Sometimes near the closet. Sometimes beside the bedroom door. Sometimes directly above him on the ceiling. Once, he felt something slowly press down onto the mattress beside him. Heavy, cold, listening. Daniel kept his breathing slow, steady, pretending. Then sometime near sunrise, the apartment became quiet again. Daniel eventually opened his eyes. Morning light filled the room. The hallway had returned. The closet stood shut, and the apartment looked completely normal. Except for one thing. The underside of the bedroom door now had deep scratch marks running across it from the inside. Daniel never slept normally again after that night. Marcus was never found. Police believed he simply disappeared, but sometimes, around 2:13 a.m., Daniel still receives text messages from unknown number. Most of them contain only one sentence. Still awake? But once, months later, his phone lit up with a different message. One that made Daniel finally leave the apartment for good. Because this time, the message came from Marcus's number. And all it said was, "It knows when you pretend."